Pure is a word that is meant to be good. Perfection with nary a stain. But there are those who misunderstood, and their mistakes wrought terrible pain. So listen close as night usurps day to these tales from the Bluebell Cafe.
I'm surprised it's so busy now. We've only been open for a week.
What can I say? I'm a great barista.
Or people are just morbidly obsessed with a political assassination and anything remotely connected to it.
It sounds like you're saying you don't think I'm a great barista.
No, I do. I just also think that less people would have been exposed to your wonderful brewing skills if they hadn't been intrigued by the fact that we appear to have named our cafe after one notoriously owned by an assassin.
Alleged assassin?
Alright, alleged assassin.
Thank you.
Speaking of which, have you been able to think of any reason why you were framed?
No, I've got nothing. I mean, I've spent my whole life in the mortal world. I didn't even know the High Council or Old Ones or whatever were a thing.
There has to be something significant in your past. There's no other reason for you to be the scapegoat in this.
Do you think I'm lying?
Of course not. But there are plenty of powerful people who could have used magic to twist things in your mind.
Great. That's not disturbing at all.
You would be able to tell, though, if you worked very hard to remember. Other people's magic leaves traces behind, and you'd be able to recognize it.
Well, I have been working really hard to remember, and I haven't noticed anything.
Are you sure?
Jeez, you're pushy.
Only because this is very important.
I know. I'm the one on death row, after all. I will update you as soon as I figure anything out. Now, these scones go to table 5, and I'll bring these drinks to table 2.
Are you sure you should bring them? I can handle both.
You're the one who cleared me to talk to people.
I know, but was that wise of me?
Definitely. You worry too much. It'll be fine.
I sure hope so.
And what makes you think you're the best fit for this role?
I absolutely adore glitter storms. I regularly use them to add an extra oomph on first dates, or other times when I need to make a big impression. No one understands the product better than I do, and I guarantee I am the perfect person to sell it.
Yes, you're a Gamaiho, correct? We particularly prefer shapeshifters to present our products to clients. It adds an oomph, as you said, when our glitter storms are used to highlight transformations.
Actually,
Excuse me, sorry to interrupt, but here are your drinks.
Thank you.
yes, thanks.
So, you're having an interview? How's it going? If it's okay to ask, of course.
I'd like to think it's going well.
It most certainly is. I think you'll fit in very well at Glitter Storms, Inc.
Really?
How exciting. I won't keep you. Let me know if you need anything else.
Of course.
Did you mean that?
There are still some details to figure out, of course. I am aware that shapeshifting can be strenuous. Are you able to handle transforming, say, 10 times per workday?
What are you doing?
Just cleaning this table.
And eavesdropping.
Come on, Klei. I'm just listening. Learning about the world, you know?
Give me the plates, and don't do anything rash. I'll be back.
Yes, sir.
I can't shapeshift, actually, but it's no problem. I promise I can sell this product as well as the shiftiest shaper.
I don't understand. You stated on your application that you're a Gamaiho. You should be able to shapeshift.
I'm sure there are many other Gumiho who can't shapeshift either. As it happens, I am half Gumiho, and it turns out I didn't inherit that particular ability.
I see. What's your other half? Why didn't you list it? Your interview has been very strong, and you may have some other abilities that would be suited to another position with us.
I'm half human.
I'm sorry, you said you were half...
Human. Yeah, my mom went to the mortal world for a late dinner one night, but ended up falling in love with her meal. Who would have thought?
What a charming story. Thank you for taking the time to meet me for an interview. I'll be in touch.
Wait, I'm sorry, but it just feels like that was an abrupt ending to the interview. Did I do something wrong?
Not at all. We have many applicants, and ultimately the decision is not up to me.
But you just said my interview was going well.
Be that as it may. Sometimes things just don't work out. It's business, nothing personal.
This is
The
ridiculous.
hell it isn't!
Excuse me?
You said the interview was going great until I said I was a hybrid. This is clearly a case of racial bias.
Huh. It's nothing of the sort.
No? Then I suppose it wouldn't matter to you if I lodged a complaint.
To whom? Need I remind you that the civil protections for human hybrids have been suspended due to one of your kind murdering Queen Titania?
If a werewolf had been accused, I wouldn't go around denying you jobs.
This is the problem with you hybrids. You think you're superior to everyone else. You would never discriminate against anyone. And this prevents you from recognizing that you are no better than anyone else.
It's obvious that you think you're better than me because you have the power to prevent me from getting a job. And you think it's justified because I'm human. But I know I am better than you because you are a jerk.
Honey, you will never get a job in sales now. Kiss your aspirations goodbye.
By the way, it's pronounced Gumiho, idiot!
What happened there?
I think that one's a hybrid.
Ugh. Can't believe she'd show her face right now.
Excuse you?
Sorry?
You should be. What's she ever done to you?
She's a hybrid. Why are you defending her? You one of them?
We just don't want any trouble here. I'm sure you don't either.
Is that a threat?
No, just a statement. I'm sorry about my colleague. Let me know if you need anything else.
And miss, please let us know if you need anything, or if anyone tries to bother you.
Thanks. I can deal with it on my own.
Understood?
What are you doing? Why were you being nice to that jerk?
You mean our customer? You're supposed to be laying low, not fighting with your own customers.
I don't want customers like them. Did you hear what they said?
I did. That's how some people are, especially with what happened to Titania.
What, so you think it's okay that they said those things?
Of course not, but sometimes it's not worth it to engage, especially when you're a wanted criminal.
You can't just expect me to say nothing. I'm the reason everyone's so angry at hybrids.
You're not.
No?
Your case didn't help, but they're old, deep wounds that have been opened. It's not because of any one person.
Still, even if it's not specifically because of me, it still feels like it. Or like it's directed at me. You know how when a group you're in is attacked, and it feels like it's everyone in that group's responsibility?
No.
No, you wouldn't.
What does that mean?
Klei, I'm really glad I met you, and I have a brother. But there are just some things I can't talk about with you.
But
And that's okay. You're right. I should have kept my mouth shut. I'm sorry.
it's okay. Look, we close in an hour anyway. Can you just work the register and make the drinks. I'll handle everything else.
Sure.
Great. Don't worry. That jerk will leave soon.
That woman from the interview is still here.
Well, she's the last one. Can you handle it? I got a tip from another cop I knew. I thought I could meet up with her and we could check it out tonight.
You sure you trust this cop?
It would be foolish of me to, but she thinks I'm investigating something else. I can be discreet, you know.
I'm sure you can.
So, can you handle closing?
Yes, of course. I'm leaving the dishes for you, though, since you can just magic them clean.
Copy that. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Sorry to interrupt. Must be a good book. Unfortunately, we're closing now.
Finally! Look, I didn't think it was appropriate to say this in front of the other customers, but I just wanted to thank you. You didn't need to stand up for me today, but you did.
You waited until close just to tell me that?
It was only an hour, and I had this book to kill time, and I really appreciated your help.
It didn't really seem like you needed it, though. Or wanted it.
Oh, I've dealt with my fair share of bigots before, but it still sours my mood. Sorry if I came across as irritable.
No worries. I'm happy to help.
Oh, I haven't even introduced myself. I'm Irida.
I'm Aster.
Nice to meet you. Did you get it?
Get what?
Oh, I made a pun with my name. But I made it before you knew my name, so I kind of messed it up.
A pun? Oh! Irida and irritable. I get it now.
Cool. I love puns.
Me too. Sorry, Irida, but if there isn't anything else, I do have to finish closing.
Would you like help?
Sorry?
You saw how my interview went. I'm looking for a job. Do you have any openings?
Oh, I don't know.
Please. It would be great to work for someone who's not gonna fire me just for being part human.
Well, we should at least wait for Klei to discuss this. He's a co-owner, so he should have some input.
He seemed kind of uptight.
I guess he kind of is. But he's only trying to look out for me and the cafe. It's a family business.
Oh, well, I wouldn't want to intrude on that.
Oh, no, not at all. In fact, Klei won't be happy about this. But he doesn't really understand.
Understand what?
We're half siblings. He's fully magic, but I'm half human.
I knew it!
You did?
I figured only another halfie would stick their neck out for me.
It's really that bad?
Wow, you've really been living under a rock, haven't you?
Well,
Oh gods, you've been living in the mortal world, haven't you?
what? No, of course, I've always lived in Parima.
Oh? Then what province are you from?
This one.
Uh-huh. And what's the name of this province?
Oh, I have a terrible memory for geography, names and locations. It's been a thing since I was a kid.
That explains how you don't know that provinces ceased to exist in a legal capacity 500 years ago. They're called districts now. This is the Garden District.
I definitely knew all that.
You don't have to worry. I promise not to tell anyone. We have to have each other's backs.
How can I trust you? I just met you today.
Look, you saw what happened today. This world isn't safe for people like us. If I can make it a little safer by keeping my mouth shut, I'll do that.
Well, then, thank you.
No problem. I don't blame your parents for staying in the mortal world. I'm sure it's a hell of a lot better there. But why did you come here? I'm sorry, it's totally none of my business. I'm just excited to meet another hybrid.
I don't really like that word.
I didn't either, but if they're gonna call us that anyway, I figured I might as well get used to hearing it in a voice that cares about me.
I get that.
So, of course you don't have to tell me details, but since you're here, trying to hide your identity and all, you really need some lessons in Parima.
Well, Klei taught me a little.
Clearly not enough. Tell you what, you hire me and I'll throw in tutoring lessons for free.
You drive a hard bargain. Klei really won't be happy about this. He thinks I'm too reckless.
I'd have to agree with him there.
What?
What? It was nice of you to stand up for me, but given your situation, it was also pretty stupid.
Make sure you tell him that when he gets back. He'll for sure love you then. Since you offered, I have been wondering, are there multiple queens in Parima?
Interesting question.
You know I'm new to this place. I arrive and find out lots of people hate hybrids because one of them, us, killed a queen. In the mortal world, there are lots of queens, so it'd be serious, but mostly only in one region or district. But here, it seems like she was queen of the world or something.
I didn't know mortals had queens. They teach us here that mortal societies are very primitive.
Well, if they treat hybrids like what happened today, I'm not surprised they wouldn't like mortals either.
True. To answer your question, it's not unusual for older, powerful Fae to give themselves or be given royal titles. With Titania, though, it's such a big deal because she is the oldest and the most powerful.
Oh, okay. I get it. Thanks.
Of course. But why didn't you ask Klei?
Oh, he already gets stressed and upset for me knowing I have to hide my identity. I try to avoid topics that might make him feel worse.
I guess you are taking a big risk hiring me then.
Don't worry. He'll understand.
Hi, Council.
Rise, Klei. What news do you bring?
Jules drew some suspicion today. Some locals might suspect they're a hybrid.
Do you have any identifying information?
It was a minotaur and a few nymphs, I think. It was a bit crowded. I don't know if anyone else was paying attention.
We will tend to the matter.
Enough of this drivel, Siobhan. Do you have useful information for us, Klei? Or is this endeavor the waste of time I predicted it to be?
Jules is still claiming that they have no knowledge of our mother. They don't appear to be lying.
Then perhaps they truly are innocent. We do not know for sure that Titania was plotting against us.
Impossible! Why else would Titania bear a child in the mortal world if not to keep them from our surveillance? And why do that if not to make them a soldier in her usurpation?
It is very likely that was her plan.
I do not know. Titania was always kind. I cannot see her birthing a child to create a pawn for her schemes.
Titania could have faked her death simply to escape her own responsibility in the High Council. Have you gathered any actual proof that she was planning a coup?
Insolence! You have been too long in the company of that hybrid boy.
Peace, Razel. But there is truth to what they said. Remember, you are on this mission for a reason. If you cannot give us what we need, then we have no further need of you.
I'm sure Titania is alive. I'm just not sure to what extent Jules knew of her or her plans.
It is your job to be sure.
It's only been a few days. They're still learning to trust me. Have faith.
You have served Parima well in the past, Klei.
Fate is for mortals, and our time is short. Remember, you only have until the solstice. We will need this proof to present at the trial to ensure Titania's insurgents will have no chance of success.
I understand.
Good. Now return before you arouse suspicion. And remember, Klei, we are your true family, not them.
I know.
Episode 3, The Interview, was written, directed, and sound edited by Kiana Triana, with script edits by David Wu and Perry Perry, and music by Tamar Chimenyan. This episode featured Kiana Triana as Jules, Frank Zinches as Klei, Faye Holiday as Anya, Ella Ree as Irida, Aaron Moy as the interviewer, Benjamin as customer number 1, Samantha Georgette Reed as customer number 2, Brady Allen as customer number 3, Iris Visser as Siobhan, Ari Delin as Razo, Michael Rempel as Largefoot, Nathan Woltering as Bo, Drew Hogan as Hector, and Floyd Nazarino as Makoto. If you enjoy our show, please support us by subscribing to us through your preferred podcasting app, following us on social media, or checking out our website. We'll be back next week with a new tale from Bluebell Cafe in Episode 4, The New Girl. Thank you for listening!